Hey everybody, welcome back to our channel and welcome to my front porch. My husband is out of town this week, so I am moving closer to the house because I have a window right here and I can keep an eye on my kids. And I'm going to be working on these little projects today and hopefully making this non-matching pair look a little more matched and ready for a new home. I have a little basket filled with everything I'm going to need to get started. I have some custom paint I had mixed up, and let's get flipping. So when I first messaged this buyer about these tables, she told me it was a matched pair and I got it for $20, so I was glad. And I was driving there when I got a message that said, oh, we put them right next together and they're actually not the same color. No biggie, I thought I'm gonna paint them anyway. But then I got there and not only are they not the same color, but they're not at all the same. One has a fake drawer front and one actually has the drawer. So they're more like distant cousins and definitely not twins. These tables weren't very dirty, but I still wanted to give them a really good wash with my crud cutter to ensure the best adhesion for my paint and thus the best outcome. I'm going to list all the products I used down below in the description just in case you want to find one later. These tables have a pretty slick and shiny finish, so it's important to give a good scuff sanding just to give the paint something to hang on to. The curvy legs leave sanding by hand a better option for me than my orbital sander, which I'll be using later on the top. So since these tables were two different types of wood and two different tones, I figured I'd try some gel stain instead of traditional stain. I thought the traditional stain would probably still end up looking a little tonally different. Gel stain sits up on top of the wood instead of actually sinking down in the wood and staining it. So I was hoping that it would just look a little more cohesive. Well, welcome to my kitchen, and please forgive the poor lighting. I mixed up some vibrant teal with some black and a little bit of dark green just to tone it all down and deepen it into this beautiful jewel tone. And what possessed me to choose such an unconventional color for a pair of tables? Well, I like it. What can I say? I like happy colors. So after the gel stain, I still felt like the tables were a little bit tonally different. I could have layered on more and covered it up, but I decided to go with a more colorful route. Are you surprised? Because my stain is oil-based, the instructions said to let it dry for 24 hours before applying anything water-based over top. So I waited it out, then lightly sanded, then added a white wash over the top. My first coat was really watery, which after wiping back wasn't quite enough for me. I came back with a slightly less watered down version of my whitewash and then added some black in over top of that, and I blended it all back together with my damp paper towel and more of the whitewash. If furniture flipping and painting is something that you enjoy, we post videos on Wednesdays and Saturdays, and we'd love for you to subscribe to our channel. And while you're down there, go ahead and leave us a like and a comment to help out our channel. I love responding to every comment that we get, so I look forward to chatting with you down in the comments. And don't be afraid to drop in some constructive criticism. I'm always happy to learn and grow from the advice of others. I did get rid of that fake drawer pull on that one table because it made me grumpy when I found it was fake, and who wants a fake drawer anyway? It's almost as bad as a fake pocket. Absolutely worthless. Alright, so I'm ready to get top coat on these fellas. I'm still working on the drawer, it's inside, and it'll be easy to just coat by itself with the top coat, and I'm not worried about that. I need more coats on the top, so I'm going to go ahead and get started. I'm probably going to use my foam disc on the top and then the foam brushes on the legs and just start getting coats on. I at least want 2 on the legs, 3 on the top, maybe more. These kind of tables get a lot of cups and things set on them, so I want them really protected. And yeah, I think the hardest part was definitely getting the tops to look similar enough. When you're doing a wash, you can't really control it too much, but I didn't want them to still look like distant cousins, and now they're more like siblings. They're not identical twins, and they're never going to be, but at least they go together well, and I think they're pretty good, and I'm happy with them. So yep, let's get top coat on, and then we'll be one step closer to getting these things sold, as long as I can find somebody who wants a happy teal end table. I like happy colors. Alright, so I'm all done with these pieces. I'm probably going to take them outside to stage because they're low to the ground and I have lighting issues in here. It's back in a garage. It's actually more of a workshop. It's not my building. I wish it was, but they let me work in this back corner and I stack things up to store it. Once I break everything down, we have to move vehicles in here. Anyway, so I'm going to take these outside probably to stage and hopefully get a little more light. I know I can fix color in editing, but I just prefer to try to take it outside and see if I can get it a little more true to color out there. They are a pretty deep, rich color, so I'm going to try it out in the more natural daylight. We spent $20 on this pair, and we put really just the bits and ends of all my paint and a little bit of things here and there. So if you were using things that weren't your leftovers like I did, I'm gonna estimate high and say that we put $10 of material into here. As you can see, I reused the same pole. I just spray painted it black and then I whitewashed it like I did on the top. I wiped it some white on with a very, very damp rag, and then I went back and dabbed it back off with a dry rag until I liked how it looked, and that's how I did that finish because I felt like it just a solid color didn't go well with my top. But I am happy with how they turned out. Now you're probably wondering if I'm crazy for choosing such a bold color, and I'm wondering that myself. Hopefully I can find somebody who will love this jewel tone in their home, but I stared a long time at white and black and gray inspirations for these pieces. I searched Pinterest, I looked online, and I just wasn't inspired by them. And I know that it's best to paint neutrals, and if you want to sell things quickly and make the best of your time and profit on them, it's probably best to just paint them colors that can be used in everyone's home. But occasionally, okay, more than occasionally, I like to paint things happy colors, and I definitely don't sell them as fast as I do when I paint them neutrals. So I have a neutral flip coming up. You'll have to come back on Wednesday to see that. We post on Wednesdays and Saturdays. So thank you for joining us on our adventure. I hope that you'll subscribe so you can see more of our content, and follow us on Instagram at our furniture flipping adventure to see what we're up to. But that's all I have for you guys today. I'm gonna go get these pictures taken and get this thing listed and sold as quickly as I can. So thanks again for joining us. Have a great day. Go flip something fun, grab a paintbrush, and paint some happy colors. We'll see you next time. Bye.